I spent $160 on this LEGO minifigure lot. In this video, we'll examine each minifigure individually to determine its value and whether this purchase was worth it or a complete waste. Without further ado, let the unboxing begin. We're kicking this off with this T-Rex, which only ever appeared in a 2015 T-Rex tracker and goes for $19. Next up is the Hoth Luke Skywalker, who appeared in 3 sets and is worth $3. Next we have a Republic Trooper that only ever appeared in a 2013 Republic Troopers vs Sith Troopers Battle Pack. This one has a Sith Trooper's head and is in terrible condition, so it's worth about $4. Moving on, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, exclusively released in the 2011 Millennium Falcon and worth $7. Up next is a reddish brown Chewbacca worth $3. Next up, we have Unkar Stub, which was only released in 2 sets and goes for only $2. Next we have a Mandalorian Death Watch Warrior that only appeared in 2 sets and goes for $4. These guys are pretty common, but they're nice minifigures. This one seems to have a Mandalorian Super Commando jetpack worth $1 more than the dark bluish gray one. Next up is Lor San Tekka, and I believe this is the first time I have this minifigure in a lot. This one only appeared in the 2016 Resistance X-Wing Fighter and is worth $9. Next is a Jurassic World minifigure Vic Hoskins, which was exclusively released in a 2015 T-Rex tracker and goes for $3. Moving on is a First Order crew member released in 5 sets, worth only $2. Next up is the Sakarian, who appeared in 3 sets and is worth $3. Coming up is Emperor Palpatine in this holiday sweater. This minifigure only came out in the 2023 Advent calendar and is worth about $5. Up next is just a regular First Order Stormtrooper with a rounded mouth pattern, which was released in 8 sets and is worth $3. Up next is a First Order Flame Trooper released in 4 sets, and with all of its equipment, it's easily worth $5. Next up is a First Order Snowtrooper without its backpack, which only came out in the 2017 Advent calendar and is only worth $3. This one is quite nasty, so I must clean it up. Next up is Princess Leia in her Endor outfit. This minifigure only ever appeared in the 2023 Advent calendar and is worth $5. Next is the 2020 AT-AT Driver, which only came out in 3 sets and goes for $4. Moving on is a Hoth Rebel Trooper that uniquely appeared in the 2022 Hoth AT-ST and is worth $3. Did you know that if you remove its backpack, you can start selling it for $14? That's right, another minifigure with the same pieces but only missing the backpack is mysteriously worth $11 more. I know, right? It doesn't make any sense. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. Next we have the First Order TIE Fighter Pilot, which only came out in the 2015 First Order TIE Fighter and is worth $4. Up next is another Republic Trooper. This time he has the right head, but is still incredibly damaged, so he's only worth about $4. Up next is a First Order Officer only released in the First Order TIE Fighter and worth $4. Moving on is an Imperial Ground Crew who only appeared in 2 sets and goes for $4. Next up is Pelimato, exclusively released in the Mandalorian Zen 1 Starfighter in 2022 with a value of around $7. Up next is Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars, which was released in 5 sets and is worth $7. Next up we have Vitruvius from the Lego Movie. This minifigure only ever appeared in the 2015 Double Decker Couch and goes for $5. Next is Wonder Woman, released in 3 sets and worth $4. Next up is Thor, released in 2 2015 sets and worth $3. Next up is Hydra Henchman in his Chitauri armor. This minifigure was also released in 2 2015 sets and is worth $2. Coming up, we have Princess Leia in her white dress, which only came out in the 2011 Millennium Falcon and is worth $9. Up next is a dinosaur, the Dilophosaurus. This one was only released in the 2015 Dilophosaurus Ambush and is worth $7 since it's missing its jaw. Next up is a dark green alligator or crocodile worth $2. Up next we have a bunch of horses from France. Usually they're worth about $2 each, so that's $6. Moving on, we have a few dogs worth $2 in total. Next up is just a dolphin from Lego Friends worth $1. We have another $2 alligator. Next is Poe Dameron, released in the 2021 Resistance X-Wing and worth $5. Up next is a Nova Corps officer, uniquely released in the 2014 Star Blaster Showdown and worth about $5. Next up is Hermione Granger in school robes, released in the 2018 Harry Potter Series 1 minifigures and worth about $3. Next is a Pro Surfer from the Series 17 minifigures released in 2017. This one goes for $3. Coming up, we have 2 Nexo Knights minifigures, Scoria 6 and 4, released in the 2016 Fortrex and worth $3 each. Up next is BB-8 with the small photoreceptor worth $3. Up next is another $1 dolphin. Moving on, we have Kai in his The Final Battle outfit. This Ninjago minifigure was only released in the 2013 Kai's Fire Mech and goes for $3. Next up is Hawkeye, released in 2 2015 sets and worth $4. Coming up are some animals from Lego Friends worth around $1 to $2 each. for a total of $7. Next up is Gray Mitchell, released in the 2015 Dilophosaurus Ambush and worth about $3. Up next we have 2 Emmett from the LEGO Movie 2, released in a bunch of books and 2 sets. Next up is an ACU female trooper, which was only released in the 2015 T-Rex tracker and is missing her visor. Luckily this piece only goes for 3 cents. Nonetheless, this one goes for $4. Next is an ACU male trooper, exclusively released in the 2015 Dilophosaurus Ambush and worth about $2. Moving on is Batman, exclusively released in the 2014 Batman the Riddler Chase and worth about $3. Up next is an Indiana Jones German soldier keychain worth about $4. Next up is a Nexo Knight minifigure, Axel, who was released in 3 sets and is missing his visor, therefore he's worth $3. Next is another Nexo Knights minifigure, Clay Morrington, released in 3 sets and worth about $3. Coming up is Lucy Wildstyle, released in 4 sets and worth about $2. Moving on is Aaron Fox, exclusively released in the Fortrex in 2016, and this one goes for $3. Up next is just a $2 shark. Next is an alien trooper from the Alien Conquest, released in 4 sets and worth $3. Next up is Chef Eclair, who only ever appeared in a Fortrex in 2016 and goes for $2. I also found some of the pieces for the Nexo Knights minifigures, so I can now complete Axel's axe and add these pieces to Clay's backpack. Finally, we have 9 minifigures worth about $2 each, so that's another $18. That's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and share the channel with your friends. Here's another LEGO unboxing video that you can watch. I'll catch you in the next one.